the NOSIN 9130 Tula Arms 1934 catch receiver too. Take a look at that. Chambered in 7.62 by 54 R round. And well, let's get to shooting. Let's see how this gun works. Welcome, Num Nugs and Skinwalkers, back to another video. So before we get to shooting, I want to guys talk to you about the NOSIN M3190. And if you guys like this type of content, like, subscribe, I don't care. If you guys like to see this stuff, more of it's coming, and more of my my collection is growing, so that's always great. I'm always looking for these new wonderful pieces of military history just like this. If you guys like military history, subscribe. Guarantee there's a whole lot of stuff coming. There's a lot of whole just basically anything history related, it's gonna be on this channel. Brake rotor to my truck. Look at that. That was a problem in itself. We're not gonna get onto that. But right now, I'm gonna shoot my truck's brake rotor. Let's see if a 7.62 by 54 R can stop that. Hopefully this doesn't blow up on me.
I'm gonna stand back.
I'm gonna stand back. Yeah. Killing communists in 3, 2, 1. Recoil is actually not that bad. That one had a little bit more kick to it since it was armor-piercing incendiary. All right, let's go see what it did.
Where'd the 22 bounce off of?
That's the hole it made. Wow. Look at that. Oh shit, that was hot.
Yeah,
That's fucking metal. That armor-piercing incendiary went straight through that brake rotor.
You want
Well,
it is armor piercing.
Huh?
You want to see what it does to the oil pan?
Yeah. Let's see how many brake rotors a 7.62 by 54 R can go through. All right, those brake rotors down there is what I'm gonna be shooting at. So, for community guideline purposes, this is a water round. It's made to go through water. Yeah, water. Or water round, I should say. Let's see how many of those brake rotors it goes through. Okay, so now we're gonna check on the brake rotors. So far, went through the first one, completely straight through, clean through. On the second one, looks like it stopped on the third one.
Yeah, it didn't even exit. Look.
Oh, didn't even exit. Damn. So the look, the bullet's in there. Look, the bullet is inside. Here, that bullet is inside there. So got 2 brake rotors. I had a lot more hope for the water round than that. All right, let's get to shooting some more. So on the 9130 NOSIN, the safety is right here, and as you can see, the safety's just pretty much garbage. So there's just kind of no use of using the safety. Just basically, you're better off unloading it. I can feel my heartbeat through my ears. Let me see. Yeah, it's a garbage rod. You're golden.
Did it hit or did I miss?
No, you missed.
Yeah.
Harder.
Well, yeah, I mean, you missed. It hit the ground. It hit the next.
I thought it was gonna kick a lot more than that.
Yeah, same.
All right, let's see what this thing did.
Punched a hole right through.
Ah, damn.
Not bad.
Yeah, pretty good.
That's clean.
The 7.62 by 54R round has been around for, well, I think around 130 years, since the late 1800s. This round is basically, well, it's not a whole big of a bolt gun round anymore, but now it's more used for LMGs, heavy machine guns, and this, in fact, this round is still used present to this day, which is crazy because this is like some of the oldest rounds patented for military use, which I think is really crazy. And you also got a special treat for you. I just so happen to have a bayonet laying around in my collection. We're gonna mount this sucker up. We're gonna show you exactly what it does. Bayonet charge with the Mosin. The height that this thing gives with the bayonet is pretty crazy. All right, let's go. Gotta get the cosplaying off of it. Oh, didn't have a round for it. Hold on.
He bleeding. He bleeding. Put him out of his misery. Struggling getting into the hole. Damn, something I've never had to worry with. Bro's just struggling.
Oh my gosh. Come on, you piece of shit.
Dude, that casing is crimped.
So another neat feature about the Mosin is they knew this thing was a piece of shit from the start. So what you got under here is you have this little latch right here. See that? Pull that down. Then you have the magazine well. And that's you can get your stuff right out of the gun there. So for in case or inevitably your round will get stuck, just like what I happened here. So the German just slowly kind of bled out. So killing fascism had to wait because it jammed.
Water that you stepped.
My butthole! We're going to defend Stalingrad with the trusty Mosin round.
Oh my gosh! Imagine that being a German's head.
So, the Mosin M3190, this one's dated 1934, made by Tula Arms. Now, the man who created this absolute rugged and reliable beast, Sergei Ivanovich Mosin. Very interesting. It's obviously missing a couple parts, missing the cleaning rod, as you can see here. But other than that, it is a very solid. These are most notably known for being rugged and rough. Rough as, yes, the bolt action does seem very rough, but this one's very smooth. It's not a beat open bolt as you see as most, but when you're loading, it does get kind of a little stiff. So there's that. The safety is crap. So you're better off just opening the bolt. This is a hex receiver. So the hex receiver is actually a little bit more desirable. I didn't think so, but apparently it is. My buddy was actually really surprised to see this Mosin, and it's a very early Mosin, very long Mosin as well. Total length is 48.5 millimeters long. The bayonet increasing 65.5 inches. The weight of this rifle is 8.8 pounds. These are mostly used by the Soviets. I know the Finns had a couple of these, and then the Germans would obviously capture some of these. As you guessed it in the name, 30, adopted in 1930, then later updated in 1944 to more to the shortened barrels. They made over 37 million of these. Think about that. That is a lot of Mosins. This rifle was supported mostly on the Eastern Front, and some of the Germans actually captured these and used them for themselves. So I find that quite interesting. So we're gonna get onto the features here. As you can see, the leaf sight, I believe it's called a leaf sight. There's that. It goes all the way up to 20,000 meters, which I believe that's for volley fire. I don't think it's for actual accuracy. I have never actually heard the purpose of why they made it go that far. Same with the German rifles. They have the same exact thing. Again, you can see with the German rifle, it goes all the way up to 20,000 yards. I believe it's 20,000, but yeah, yeah, I don't know why. I'm just guessing for volley fire. This bad boy takes a big 7.62 by 54R, which 7.62 by 54R means rimmed because it has a noticeably rather large rim on the end of it, so it can catch. This one, Heather, has the sight's a little sight came off. Oh boy. As you can see, a neat feature with this rifle is that if you jam, like what you saw in the video, you can pull this little tab right here, lift this up, and you can take the mag well out. That will hopefully unjam your rifle, which is still difficult to do. And I was looking at this rifle last night, and I was going, I wonder if this thing has any kills. Well, you can see right there, there's a little notch that was carved in there. I'm assuming that's a kill. Pretty gnarly, if you ask me. A lot of the time, too, is that they have the soldier's serial number and name underneath the base plate. I looked, and unfortunately, there was no name, so I never knew who actually owned this rifle. It would be pretty cool to know who this guy was issued to, but unfortunately, can't trace it back. Trigger pull is 3 pounds, maybe 4 pounds. I'm not very sure. I'm not really good at estimating that trigger pull. There are many different variants of the NOSIN Nagant. This is one of them, the M9130, and there's also like the NOSIN PU. I forgot the rest. Very nice piece of history. Always happy to have something like this on the channel. Very sought after piece of history. It's just classic firearm. And if you add the bayonet in the end of it, it gets quite lengthy. As you can see, the bayonet, very lengthy. That is almost tall as me. But I also want to add some more weapons to the channel, such as the Mauser K98, some pocket pistols of the era. You like this Ivor Johnson right here, or the M1903A3, or perhaps maybe in the future, Thompson M1A1. And as of now, this rifle is 135 years old. World War I, World War II, all the way to the Russian-Ukraine War. Yes, they're actually still using these in the Russian-Ukraine War. That blows my mind. Speaking of age, your mom. In fact, the round has been around since the late 1800s, since 1891, the same year that this rifle was adopted. In fact, they still use this round to this day, all the way to 2026. But it's, like I said, it's not much of a big bolt gun round anymore. It's more of a machine gun round, but still, it is the fact that this old patented round is still in service today is just mind-blowing. If you guys want to see more beautiful pieces of history like this on the channel, subscribe, like, you know what to do. Hopefully soon I'll find another piece of history to add to this channel and add to my collection. As you can see, my collection is growing quite a bit, and I'm quite happy with it. And just today, I actually recently picked up a rocket. Keep hunting for history. Stay free.